Today's lesson is finding the volume of composite figures. Okay, so we are going to find the volume of the individual figures. And then if I have figures that are inside each other, I'm going to subtract the volume of the figures that are inside in the outside object. And if I have objects that are next to each other, I'm going to add their volumes. All right, so taking a look at my first example here, I have two objects inside. So I am going to subtract what's inside from the outside solid. Okay. So I'm going to start with the outside as my solid number 1. This is the one on the outside. This is my outside solid. So my outside solid is this one here. I'm going to do this whole outside. And that is a prism. And my base is going to be 1.31 by 0.66. So I'm getting that here, 1.31 and 0.66. So this is my base. It's a rectangle. So this is a rectangular prism. So the formula for a prism is volume is area of the base times the height of the prism. So I'm going to call the height of the prism height 1. So height 1 is from base to base is 0.66. Okay, so I don't need perimeter, but I do need to find the area. So the area of my rectangle is length times width. So this is going to be 1.31 times 0.66. So we get 8646. Okay, so I'm going to substitute that in here. So 0.8646 times the height of the prism, which we said is 0.66. So this is approximately 0.5706. Okay, so that's my outside volume. So this is 0.5706. So this is the whole outside rectangular prism. Okay, now let's work on the two that are on the inside. So now I have two more rectangular prisms, and they're the same size, but they're inside. So now I am going to find the volume of each of those and then subtract them from the total. So this is my inside. I still have a prism. I still have a rectangle for my base, but this time my base is here. So my base is 0.33 by 0.39. Okay, so this is going to be 0.33 divided in 0.39. Okay, so this base. So again, I'm finding a prism. So volume equals area of the base times the height of the prism. So this time the height of my prism is from here to here. So this is also 0.66. So this is H2. Okay, so I don't need the perimeter. I need the area of the base which is going to be 0.33 times 0.39, which is 0.1287. I'm going to go substitute that in here. 0.1287 times, we said the height of the prism is 0.66. So my volume is approximately 0.0849. So my inside volumes, these two are the same thing. They're the same volume. So I'm going to subtract 0.0849 twice. So my composite volume is 0.40 feet and cubed, because volume is 3D. So I need my units cubed. Okay, see these objects, I had objects inside, so I subtract them. So let's do one where they are on top of each other, and I'm going to add them. Okay, so let's pick solid number 1 is the one on the top. And what I see is this is a half of a cylinder. So I have a half of a cylinder. So here's my base. My base is a semicircle. It's a half of a circle. So my radius is, if my diameter is 4, so I'm getting the 4 from here. So my diameter is 4, so my radius is 2. Okay, so this is a cylinder. So I want the volume of cylinder. So the formula for the volume of a cylinder is area of the base times the height of the cylinder. So the height of the cylinder here is the same as here. So that is 4. Okay, and we're going to get the area of the base. So the area of a circle is pi r squared, but I only have a half of a circle, so I'm going to multiply that times half times pi, and my radius is 2 squared. So this is 6.2831. So I'm going to go substitute that in here. 6.2831. And the height of the prism is 4. So this is approximately 25.1327. Okay, so my first volume is going to be 25.1327. So this is my half of cylinder. Okay. All right, so let's do the rectangular prism. Here, so here is my base. So my second one is going to be a rectangular prism. So my base is 4 by 4. Since my sides are equal, that's a square is more precise. So I'm going to call it a square prism, which is really a cube. So cube is really what this is called. I'm sorry. So this would be called, this is a cube. Okay. So it's a prism. So volume equals area of the base times the height of the prism. So I don't need the perimeter. So I need the area of the base. So area of a rectangle. So 4 by 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And the height of the prism is also 4. So 16 times 4 is 64. So these two objects, one is on top of the other, so we're going to add these together. So my composite area is going to be 25.1327 plus 16, or plus 64. This is 64, not 16. Plus 64. This is 64, not 16. So my composite area is 89.13 inches cubed. Okay, so this is my cube. Okay, that's it.